Why would anybody want to join the fire service? Hey, this is Billy Goldfeder answering some of your questions from you as part of What's Your Problem series hosted by Fire Rescue One and Lexipol. So here's today's question. We struggle with recruitment. If you had to sell the fire service with its many EMS calls to prospective members, what would your number one point be? What's the one thing that you will hook a high school kid or older trying to figure out their next step? Well, if you don't like EMS, go work in a bakery. Find some other profession. Go to college. Take a course. Do something. But if you don't like EMS, you're not going to like our job because that's what we do. Now, I'm not taking away that we go to fires also, but we're sort of the fire department. Now, some people say we're the emergency service. I don't like that term. I also don't like the term first responder. We are firefighters. Everybody knows we're the first responders, and everybody knows we are who respond when things are going really bad in almost 90% of our country. So if you come in with the attitude that EMS sucks, you hate going EMS runs, you're wasting everybody's time. Because you're going to have to put your time on the ambulance, you have to put your time on the engine company or the truck company, and you're going to treat people. What I don't understand is why that's such a big deal. If it's in our DNA to help people, then why wouldn't we do whatever's needed? You know, look, nobody wants to go to somebody at 3 o'clock in the morning when they're vomiting. But with the assumption is that nobody else can help that person who's vomiting at 3 o'clock in the morning, we might as well go take care of that. And obviously that's the least kind of critical call we have. But EMS is all part of life saving. So if we can pump life back into somebody at a fire, we can pump life back to somebody on the streets. We need to get rid of this I hate EMS attitude because it's all part of the job. It's like saying, I only want to go to building fires, but I don't want to go to car fires. Well, you know what? We do that too. It's all part of our responsibility to the community. So now let's say you're okay with EMS. My advice to you in high school is this. If you're in an area with a volunteer fire department, join up, get involved, get engaged. But as far as your education and stuff, I would say you want to take Firefighter 1, Firefighter 2, excuse me, but you also want to take EMT and also take paramedic. If you want to make yourself as absolutely marketable as possible, where a department's going to pick you up as quickly as possible, that's the route to go. Now, if you're looking at a big metro city, that's different because you probably just take a civil service test. They don't require any pre-qualifications, and then you get your training as you go along. But if you're like most of the country where it's medium to small size departments and you may be hired in with a minimal academy, the more training you bring to the table, the better. And again, when you start the job, if your attitude is right, that I'm here to help people, it shouldn't matter what kind of call you're responding to. Anyway, email Fire Rescue One your questions. I promise you I'll do everything I can to help you. And if I can't, I'll find somebody who can. Thanks so much. Take care.